reassuring China that when we are taking action on the global stage, we take it with our own interest first as a country, not to please any other person before Liberia's interest, and then people fighting them will join inside and go stand.
Just a final question.
Yeah. So you see, he visited to the FOCA, to the China Africa Forum, has now got China excited with the new commitment to come do this project. They are in town already. You call the Minister of Public Works, he will tell you the Chinese government will waste time when they say they want to do something. But when you start on their interest, then you're in problem with them. Now, anytime we want to do anything on a global stage, the first question we should be asking, what's in it for us as a country and people? And if what's in it for us is good as a country and people, if other countries benefit from the trickle-down effect of our vote, okay. But we must never again vote on something that will hurt ourselves as a country and people.
That's exactly what you are experiencing in Liberia now. If you don't know, in 2 years' time, Liberia will be worse. Will be one of the worstest countries in the whole world. What I mean, worstest country in the whole world. If Liberia will not protest against this government, tell me there is no God. If Liberia will not begin to cry, coming together to cry and said, we don't want you again, leave, resign, tell me there is no God, I will never serve God again. I am a prophet of God, and I'm talking as a prophet. Right. The hardship
and the government need to really invest. The people like you that get the type of structure, they come say even they could just be getting you $1 million for the budget year. Every year they give you $1 million. You impact.
If I were president of this country, I should God show you his wonder. You're not believing. We told you for what? You're not footballer.
Yeah.
A football developed country. A football bring medicine in the head.
No.
Yeah, we told Ellen Johnson because she's from Harvard University.
Yeah.
What would the book do for you? No passion for development. Then Umo Joshua will put the meanest man in the whole world.
Yeah.
Me.
Connections there, you not get it.
You are not connection.
Yeah. Just say that Doma, all kind of things that just happen here. No he, no tea.
When he was 12 years older early, Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. She was traveling from country to country and kept a man in the garage for 12 years, according to Boyka himself.
Yes.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yes.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Yeah.
In the West.
Yeah.
It does not have that contact.
And the government need to really invest. The people like you that get the type of structure, they come say even they could just be getting you $1 million for the budget year. Every year they give you $1 million. You impact.
If I were president of this country, I should God show you his wonder. You're not believing. We told you for what? You're not footballer.
Yeah.
A football developed country. A football bring medicine in the head.
No.
Yeah, we told Ellen Johnson because she's from Harvard University.
Yeah.
What would the book do for you? No passion for development. Then Umo Joshua will put the meanest man in the whole world.
Yeah.
Me.
Connections there, you not get it.
You are not connection.
Yeah. Just say that Doma, all kind of things that just happen here. No he, no tea.
When he was 12 years older early, Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. She was traveling from country to country and kept a man in the garage for 12 years, according to Boyka himself.
Yes, yes.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Yeah.
In the West.
Yeah.
He does not have that contact.
And the government need to really invest. The people like you that get the type of structure, they come say even they could just be getting you $1 million for the budget year. Every year they give you $1 million. You impact a lot of.
If I were president of this country, I should God show you his wonder. You're not believing. We told Joshua for what? You're not footballer.
Yeah.
A football develop country. A football bring medicine in the head.
No.
Yeah, we told Ellen Johnson because she's from Harvard University.
Yeah.
What will the book do for you? No passion for development. Then we move Joshua, we put the meanest man in the whole world.
Yeah.
It's not me.
Connections there, you not get it.
You have no connection.
Yeah. Just say that all kind of things that just happen here. No he, no tea.
When he was 12 years older Ellen. Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. She was traveling from country to country and kept a man in the garage for 12 years, according to Boyka himself.
Yes, yes.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Yeah.
In the West.
Yeah.
He does not have that contact.
And the government need to really invest. The people like you that get the type of structure, they come say even they could just be getting you $1 million for the budget year. Every year they give you $1 million. You impact a lot of.
If I were president of this country, I should God show you his wonder. You're not believing. We told Joshua for what? You're not footballer.
Yeah.
A football develop country. A football bring medicine in the head.
No.
Yeah, we told Ellen Johnson because she's from Harvard University.
Yeah.
What will the book do for you? No passion for development. Then we move Joshua, we put the meanest man in the whole world.
Yeah.
It's not me.
Connections there, you not get it.
You have no connection.
Yeah. Just say that all kind of things that just happen here. No he, no tea.
When he was 12 years older Ellen. Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. She was traveling from country to country and kept a man in the garage for 12 years, according to Boyka himself.
Yes, yes.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Yeah.
In the West.
Yeah.
He does not have that contact.
And the government need to really invest. The people like you that get the type of structure, they come say even they could just be getting you $1 million for the budget year. Every year they give you $1 million. You impact a lot of.
If I were president of this country, I should God show you his wonder. You're not.
And the government need to really invest. The people like you that get the type of structure, they come say even they could just be. And the government need to really invest. The people like you that get the type of structure, they come say even they could just be getting you $1 million for the budget year. Every year they give you $1 million. You impact a lot of.
If I were president of this country, I should God show you his wonder. You're not believing. We told Joshua for what? You're not footballer.
Yeah.
A football develop country. A football bring medicine in the head.
No.
Yeah, we told Ellen Johnson because she's from Howard University.
Yeah.
What will the book do for you? No passion for development. Then Umo Joshua will put the meanest man in the whole world.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not me.
Connections there, you not get it. Yeah.
You have no
Nothing.
connection.
Yeah. Just say that
Well,
dumb all kind of things that just happen here. You know, I'm sure no he, no tea.
when he was 12 years older Ellen. Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. She was traveling from country to country and kept a man in the garage for 12 years, according to Boyka himself.
Yes, yes.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All African leaders they need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Yeah.
In the West.
Yeah.
He does not have that contact.
And the government need to really invest. The people like you that get the type of structure, they come say even they could just be getting you $1 million for the budget year. Every year they give you $1 million. You impact a lot of.
If I were president of this country, I should God show you his wonder. You're not believing. We told Joshua for what? You're not footballer.
Yeah.
A football develop country. A football bring medicine in the head.
No.
Yeah, we told Ellen Johnson because she's from Howard University.
Yeah.
What will the book do for you? No passion for development. Then Umo Joshua will put the meanest man in the whole world.
Yeah.
It's not me.
Connections there, you not get it. Yeah.
You have no connection.
Yeah. Just say that dumb all kind of things that just happen here. You know, I'm sure no he, no tea.
When he was 12 years older Ellen. Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders.
Let me say good evening to all of you, wherever you are. It's great joining us. Sarah's Joel McGee, congratulations. I mean, say thank you, not congratulations, but of course, thank you so much for whatever. Please go in the office there and bring that t-shirt. I don't know what is it there or whatever. I don't know, but anyway, I will be able to show that subsequently. No, I don't think it's there. It's not there. Let me say hands up to all of you. How you doing? Sarah say, I am here in my little private jet. You know you want for the teacher to pass out that thing there. These guys, they are very smart to take away. You just want to remind a prof that he must talk about his private jet. Sarah, that's so good, man. Sarah, I saw your package. Thank you so much, my man. Thanks for thinking about your if I will call this your alma mater, your army and matter. Thank you so much. Yeah, for thinking about your alma mater. I saw the t-shirts and caps, and that's what we'll be doing on every Fridays. And I thank you so much, my brother. That's what we'll be using here as staff on every Friday, so that we can kings last ourselves. Yeah, and we'll take one of those t-shirts and give it to the CEO in general, in chief, so that he can have that brand in his or wear it and move on. I hope you put B1 there for him. Yeah, you needed to put big one there for you. Now let Tony mail at me. Yeah, so you know what, you Tony mail at me and Israel. Israel, boy, we are seeing is dry. He's dry. Me pa team. Then St. Andrew is I don't know how to call it. He's drier. No, Israel is drier. St. Andrew is dry. Me pa team. The reason I'm thin is because I'm not dry. Just say that thin guy. I don't, you call me slim guy, I will take it. But when you say dry, Israel is dry. There, St. Andrew is drier. Who else again we get from? Me pa thin. Say if you just thin, I'm thin. No problem. I will take it. Nobody can call me drier or driest. All over the driest president, I can say driest. By the way, Sarah, I beg you, man, you can't bring Dylan near me, man. Dylan is the driest of the three. They get drier, driest. Israel is dry. Then St. Andrew is drier than Israel. Then I put all of them in that category. Dylan is the driest of the three. Me pa, I'm just thin guy. Yeah, I'm thin. Or they can call me thin guy. You know. Anyway, I don't hear what I did there. You know. So I think we are getting there. Thank you so much, folks. How's everything? How was the weekend? The weekend was fantastic. Wow, that was great. Yeah. And we are all here, and grateful to the Almighty God. Hats up to you, Matera. Dorothy D. Seyu. What kind of names y'all have here? You might be able to put it there. So when you get your name, you're putting from your basa, a crew, this, that. So that will give you grace as per your trap. That will assign a grace. The people from, I don't want to tell you the kind of grace that will assign to people as per trap. Because certain people, that's some kind of grace we can give to them. So even any kind of way they can, what they call second of grade, we can give to them. Everybody get a superlative degree. So Delon, anybody you see in superlative degree, they are ugly and bad off. That's why you see we put Delon in the driest. So even any of my people there, and what they call here and there, what they call, I will not put them in the superlative degree, because superlative degree is the bad degree. That the same way. I see where Prince Johnson is late. He said Joseph Boakai is the meanest man. Anytime you see the post superlative degree to somebody like that, you must know that that person has finished. So you see, Prince Johnson said that the late Prince Johnson, my old man, he said Joseph Boakai is the meanest man in the whole wide world. In fact, for him, he took Boakai from Liberia and carried to the whole wide world. So he not did a name like bro. Meaning he must have even done his assessment all over the world to really class him as the meanest man in the whole wide world. That means that he take very talk as of today. In the Liberia, it a man fit in the Liberia. Then whole wide world, you will just know that man. He want a day body. Because that only dead body can be me. It only there. They say grave site, not dead body. That grave site, very me. It can only take, it can give. That grave site. So you must know, if somebody tell you, say, you are the meanest person in the whole wide world. Hey, forget it. Just leave your own there with God. La man. Hey, Joshua, who told you pastor people will fail in a class? In a class, yeah? I beg you, yeah. Especially the ladies. I know how to pass them. I know what to do to pass the ladies. They know how to please the teacher so that the teacher will pass them. The only people who I know will fail in the class here. That I know exactly, I know their tribe, I know what place they're from, I know how to fail them. Dorothy says she got married to Bassa man, but she gribble. So how you do that mix? Gribba. That makes that they call it gribba. Gribba, that it makes. You very suffering, my sister. Because gribble people, for you to mix yourself with Bassa person, that makes there not correct mix. Dory, I know you're going through a lot. Now, Bassa man, I know us. We are good at certain things. Yeah. So now you're managing there. But you will manage. Don't worry. That makes there is mixed for life. That's the whole thing about that mix. So we think we are certainly getting there, and with God, all things are possible. And who is this person? They say, what? One J.S. Mario. Okay, J.S., let me just tell you, I am by far better than Joseph Boga, inclusive of his entire family, children and all. I can put all of them together. By far. Don't even bring them near me and say, you don't know what to put people that Boga, children, and myself. No. We are incomparable. You don't even bring them near me. All of them go the Tantans, the Wati Jojos, or whatever it is, bring them on. Even God in heaven knows that I even beat their power big time. Then why about the children? I flog them big time. They are nowhere near me. None of them. In fact, the kind of person say, even my baby that was just born, they're not even near my baby. You say, there you can be. We don't blow us up. You'll pass, don't worry. Yeah, you're a smart guy. When you let the teacher, you will pass. If you don't let the teacher, you pass. Joshua Connell saying get clear. But you let voting the teacher, that what will be minusing your grade small. Anytime you vote the teacher, you will get minus grade. Folks, we want to say what's up to all of you. Welcome to class. We are right here on this very day. And we're right here on this very day, and we are grateful to the Almighty God for everything that we've done, that we've shared. And we are just happy. Sarah, this other student here can share with you. Sarah, I will show what you shared so that the other students can see it. Whatever you share here is not only for the prof, it's for other students to consume it. So I'm about to share what you shared. So, and Jojo still living with a pa, he get horse. Tantan then I get horse. I get horse. I get what they call. Then you can compare them with me. I know Bo more than Jojo and all of them. What? So why y'all take success to be because their father been stealing and they are stealing and they enjoying the stolen money now? You want to compare them with me? No, forget about that. Don't bring them in my area. Say, forget about it. I started living better life by far. I'm not in what they call the position, their power, or what they call you. I live better life than they do. They still living with their power. They ain't get anything. I have it. That recently their power was president before they go to America. They start buying houses there. That thing you can't compare it with me. You think that's someone you can look down upon yourself because you just see certain people. Look, you don't even know that you are by far better than some people that you see flying around here and there. Look at your life, your private life that you live. How you manage yourself, even if that zinc horse you get on your own. Don't compare, don't let those people that who renting, passing around, they eating chicken, passing around, you allow them to think that they are by far better than you. They are not. Don't look, me, I would never overload myself. I one thing I would never do. And in fact, nobody can even make me to overload myself. So what they call? So you think that look at human being or what they call me can compare themselves with me? Don't want to know how their past was by far dirty. When I start building, that my heart, they say I even finish a year by far clean. Then Joseph Boga house that you were living in and dirty. Then you can what they call, you can compare the children and Jojo then with me. I beg you, yeah. I don't go anywhere, yeah. What they call it? I didn't say what thing. So you can't go sit down, You go buy houses, you're flying around and you say that kind of level you must reach, then you say don't compare. No. Let them strive to where I am, then we'll compare ourselves. Then at the time you must bring comparison. You don't do that. That's somewhere you can overload yourself. You see people flying around here. You see them, oh yeah, the leader. That person is no leader. They are nothing. And don't overlook yourself. That can make some of you to feel bad about yourself in life. Always appreciate your level and thank God so much for bringing you to your level. You are by far better than they do. Don't hate your ear for nothing. They may be eating their chicken. They ride the best of cars. Always know that you are by far better. Never overlook yourself. You can respect them, but never ever overlook yourself. So we can really, what do you call it? So we no, but I just hate that, right? It's not that what you call, but I just believe that everyone should have respect for themselves. Nobody should look down upon anybody. And so I think we are certainly getting there. Anybody who like respect for Joseph Boakai, don't bring him closer to me because I will bury him flat. If you really like Joseph Boakai, don't bring a business to me because I will bury him flat. Yeah, don't do that. All right. So Sarah just shared something with me. And we are here. You can play your cash giveaway tonight. Star 799 star 24 hash is the code to play with. And we're right here tonight on this die. We are certainly here. Star 799 star 24 hash is the code to play with. And tonight on this die. So we are right here and doing what we can for our country. All right, so we think for sure we are certainly getting there. Welcome to class, folks. Let me just give you some information. Just this evening, let me put it that way. The Justice Minister and the Solicitor General of the Republic of Liberia just left the U.S. Embassy. And I understand the ambassador may not be in country. So apparently they met with the Charge d'Affaires. And it is understood that the purpose of that meeting could center around tomorrow's protest. And another information I want to give you again. Joseph Boakai has just returned to the country from his private trip that he had abroad. In fact, we call it, those are statutory trips, so-called as statutory trips. They are not private trips, they are statutory trips, meaning trips that by statute the president is supposed to attend, such as ECOWAS. He's supposed to, statutorily, he is supposed to represent us. So there are statutory trips and there are private trips. Those trips that call for him to go and attend, such as the UN General Assembly, is a statutory trip, and the ECOWAS, the AU, those are statutory trips, and so forth. There are other trips that you call statutory trips, and there are other trips that you call private trips. So Joseph Boakai has just returned to the country. And upon returning to the country, Joseph Boakai has heard that there's supposed to be the protest on tomorrow. And Joseph Boakai has instructed Rachel Kun to call on the police RG to deploy men as early as 5 a.m. so that their criminal proceedings cannot be disturbed by the protesters. Now, the grounds of the Capitol building is an ideal location politically for such gathering. The grounds of the Capitol building is an ideal location for such gathering. There is a case we did in our human rights law class, and it has to do with a protest. So that case said, the people had planned to protest. So the government of the day of Venezuela, so the government said that the people, they should rather go and protest at a venue where they will not be seen. And that was in itself, it was classed by the court as human rights violation. You can't take me and I say I want protest at the Capitol. Then you tell me, say, go to West Point and go do your protest there. In what way it will make an impact? You are undermining my peaceful assembly and the intent. The grounds of the Capitol building is the place of the people. Those people who are there, they are deputizing. You see, this is where the people don't understand. When they say the people's deputies, meaning you are the proper. You are the proper. When they say minister proper, and they get deputed to the minister. So the people, they remain the proper. What they have done, they have dedicated portion of their responsibilities to their deputies. Now, so the guys at the capital, they are the people's deputies. So there is no way the state should be in the position to deny the proper owner of that place an entry and say you are protecting the deputies. How is that one possible? So that leader one will come into the protest. So, I will teach your lessons because some of you are dumbfounded and you have no idea about what it means for some of these things. So for me, and I care about how you feel about it, I will say as it is. I tell you, I said, God, I just fear. The reason there is some of you in this country, if you can see people that you expect to get integrity, they coming up. I'm not surprised. I was listening to Milson TJ this morning on my brother's show. And you hear TJ talking trash. I'm not surprised. TJ whole life have been in government. There's no private capacity that TJ has survived in. TJ has fought. He has an integrity. He has what we term as how I want to describe him in public. There's a man who fought the late Joe Moma for job on the tyrannical regime of Charles Taylor. These are the kind of people who purporting themselves they still want to stay in power. So you listen to there's people call me, you listen to TJ today. I said, but TJ is don't when you naming people of integrity, call me and say, oh AB, you listen to what Arthur Johnson said today. They'll say, hey, I'm shocked. Or you call me and say, oh, you listen to what the other person that I get high respect for said today. I will be shocked. How will you be telling me that, oh AB, you saw how darkness got dark? I said, but wait, what kind of thing you'll be saying like this? A general say, somebody went on the beach. Somebody went on the beach. Then you will complain from the beach and say, oh, I went on the beach. I saw people naked there. The girls, then the kind of thing they can be. One time I met myself, someone where we were on the TBS. I don't know if you forgot that beach thing you were talking about. So we're sitting out on the radio. So that morning, he said, AV, that was Tottenham birthday. So the girls have gone. Plenty of people went there. So he went on the beach. I don't know why he want to go do there. So he came back. Normally, our TBS, before it starts, we'll have this kind of thing. And we have this kind of stuff and things. So we have the kind of joke, and the events of the day, we'll be dealing with it. So Shoro said, AB, this country is poor. I said, what is that? He said, oh, I want the beach. The girls are practically naked. You see them. They are they are just, they are several solo. The beach that play to be naked. He said, is that a topic that was going to be discussing this morning? How you will go on beach? So people that TJ and they just like people that you see on the beach that are already naked. Then you come back to me and tell me, say, oh, TJ was naked on the beach. There's a but when TJ is already naked. The word TJ means nakedness. So the word TJ, the guys, the moral bankruptcy is totally their area. So no kind of character that they can't sit down on radio. Then you see them, they say, what are going to open? These are people, they see where we put him off. They see where we put him off on Bwaka. That Bwaka whole life, that government thing, nothing sound has come from inside. That is seeing character with TJ. So what do you expect? You don't expect that TJ will be president government because he wants job? No man can live outside of government. The moment you take them from in government, it will just be like taking fish out of water. The TJ and Lula now, they are living, they are fish, right? What people did to them, and thanks to the honorable senator who took him from there, right? Senator, you really did well to take that man from there, because look at the kind of way you can propound and whatever it is. I think that's very much fantastic. These are people, some people taking up on some people from places. We don't regret it. So you expect for the TJ to come and sit down and toss on this sound? Where that one come from? Why? Look, there are people that I know in this country, and there are politicians I've interacted with that I got no respect for. And you know, most of them, they will never come around and meet me again. You know why? Because over the years, they have known me for what I stand for. So they no longer see me as their friend, and I owe no regret, I owe apology for them. I just think that let them go by their business. In as much as I am the people's friend, I am very much happy. In as much as I am the people's friend, I'm very much happy. So we are very excited, you know, about these things. So people at TIJ, then when they talk your video, you just see the camera and say, "Me can talk small thing." The government, small thing. They can what they call. They can't live without government. How many persons TIJ able to employ outside of government? TIJ who sat down in the Senate and he said he wanted for them to confirm Wamburi openly. TIJ said, because when we confirm these people, that how we can send people to them for them to work. Was that a person of integrity that was sitting in the Senate there? Some like Abraham Wiona. I say, look, Israel Boy we are here is recommended by President. We are in 2029 as of 2020 to 2030. That Israel Boy we are here is supposed to be serving as some kind of minister of information, blah blah blah. Then people can tell me, say, oh, we're not putting Israel there. He said, no, we'll put Israel there because when I put Israel there, I will send people to Israel for Israel to employ them. Then, where's my oversight now? If I'm sending people to Israel for Israel to employ them, if Israel does anything wrong after confirmation, it is appointed, commissioned. What is sound I will be able to say about Israel when I get people employed with Israel already? That's all you see. So if TIJ said that during the Wamburi time, at the place I lost respect for these people, I said, you see, our country, there's a man who going for confirmation. That a man I posted with your passing because we'll get all the interest then that the people will be protecting. You don't do that. You said it openly that the TIJ member can sit down on their friendly radio station, OKFM, especially with my brother. They know no places to go. People that TIJ then they can't stay from me. I will tear them apart in no time. They know where to go. They know comfort zone. You know the politicians. You see politicians that how they look like. They know what they call comfort zone. Yeah, they were supposed to be. Yeah. So now I'll pick them. Yeah. What am I can't do the So what thing that kind of man woman can be hitting our heel? No, the thing that we are doing in this country, you may be insulting us, but it takes courage. For us to choose to say we'll be in the political landscape and doing political commentaries, but we need no government job. But we'll remain and get the little we have and be satisfied with it. Look, it takes courage to do that. They're not able to know. They're not leader. They're not no leader. They are complete deaf people who don't have any idea about how to guide people. People like us, if you follow us, you will be correct. Because if you come to me and say, AB, I want to be like you, I will tell you, say, do you know what I'm going through? Today, some of my family then they can be blaming me. Oh, AB, when you promised this, that, but I'm not coming to go came and said to go do. Or I'm not able to help. If I can force, because that what can force people into things, family pressure, or the other pressure you put yourself into all kinds of things, so that you want to please other people. No, if I don't have it, I don't have it. I will take my time. God is there. The little help I'm able to offer, I will offer it. I don't have problem with it. Okay. Good. Thank you. So why issue about it? What do you have to have my head for to go keep myself for anybody? No. So why should I have my head for people to be doing all kinds of things all this place? Tomorrow, you don't have it. You saw Joseph getting in private jet. Look, tell you something. Learn this and know this well. For me, I was not in the business of criticizing Joseph Boakai for driving private, private jet. I never had a problem with it. The only problem with that is that Boakai is operating in the city. People don't know the difference between necessity and luxury. Necessity and luxury. Car, CAR, can be necessity. Car can equally be luxury. Now, for me, car is necessity. It's not luxury for me. Do you know that sometimes I can run one keke? Sometimes I can run one motorbike. Sometimes I can want to get in taxi. But you know why I will not get in taxi? Do you know why I will not ride keke? Do you know why I will not ride motorbike? It's for your own good. So, if I chose to go out there, you know the United Party people, then they are very reckless, useless. They get police people, AFL people who want to kill people anytime. I've muted it. It's okay. Yeah, I muted it. See what it is? Okay. Is the echo gone, my students? Because I want to talk something quick. Yeah, is the echo gone now? Yeah, sorry. I hope the echo is gone. Right? Yeah, I hope it's gone. And yeah, so y'all respond to me quick online story so that I can know whether the echo is gone. And so if it is gone, yeah, okay, the sound is good now. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah, I want to talk something on that thing. The reason I'm not riding keke, or what they call is, there are people in this country who want to harm me. So as a result, to be there for you and be there always with you, I got to be very careful. I don't have to make myself vulnerable. Because they are very wicked people. They are there, they're doing X, Y, Z, and I don't want for them to harm me. So as a result, I can make myself vulnerable. But you think no car there and see the laws? No, car is just of necessity. Now, let's go further in dealing with Joseph Boakai and his team. Out of jealousy and envy, they saw President Weah's travels with private jets as luxury. Or no, it was of necessity because the kind of position he occupies, the kind of conference that he's going for, the delegation that he has to carry, his safety is very essential. Let's say, for instance, if the president is riding a private jet, me and let me be sincere with people, right? The president is more secure on that plane because every other person on that plane, holistically, it will be of the president's security detail. Any other person. Now, the president rides a private jet or a commercial flight. Abraham William and I pay my money. I'll go sit down there with Joseph Boakai. Already, I even let a business say. I go sit down there with Joseph Boakai. I pass in. I just come and Joseph Boakai. I just look at him for now and say, look at the other human being here. I just come and here and pass. So now I look at it there. I just look at him for long. I even put my spade down and all the kind of funny thing there. Or bad thing can happen. You never know. It's risky. So it's of necessity that the president, in our country, we are very corrupt in this country to the extent that we're not able to buy a presidential jet just for the president to be using and traveling with it. And what we are wanted to do, we are now contemplating that so that we have it done, that our president is safe and traveling. The president can be on commercial jets. It's risky. That was of necessity. Today, it is that same thing you see as necessity now. Joseph Boakai passing around. Look at him coming in from plane, private jet. There's papier. And you see some of the things we used to be talking. We are not saying it because, oh yeah, for we are good, but Joseph Boakai, but no. For me, I think private jet is of necessity. It's not luxury. So this is what they said that, oh, people suffering in their country, we are riding private jet. Yeah, granted. Liberia support all the money you're stealing in the legislature there and the budget you're fighting on you and Joseph Boakai, you and your team. That money you're not spending, you're not praying, go to 2 million on jet removal of Fonati Kufa. 2 million, that one can be advance payment towards a jet, a private jet, advance payment towards a jet. Who are not want to bring a jet here? 2 million, you're spending, you can remove somebody. You're spending 2 million just to remove somebody. The private jet then that you see here, so we needed to even have a private helicopter, presidential helicopter for the president, so that when the president is ready to travel from county to county, he using all the, what a big deal about it. But not used to politicize everything until all men like you like this, you can't bring yourself, yeah, all the time. But you see, I will not buy into your destructive criticisms. Then you're coming down. Look, you're coming down. Oh, you're seeing here? Let me not show it to you. Oh, sorry, I'm not showing you. All the things I want to go in. You know, the jealousy and envy in the country, my people, you got to stop it. It will always catch up with you. 9 o'clock, David Kole is coming here, and the protest people come and talk about their protest business. But I encourage all of you, any one of you, to get ready for the protest. Yeah, coming down. You're Joseph Walker. I'm Joseph Walker. Because I know that he's not represented at all. Then getting down. Okay.
In his own time, successfully
of sickness. Your main somebody who they couldn't sponsor their own power. They couldn't send their own power to hospital. Your parents are dying in hospitals. Medical practitioners are about to what? How do you call it? Go on strike because every other thing that is signed in this country, you'll see what you have done. So you see some of the issues we can be talking about. Look, we're not saying it out of hate. No. You will not get us. And I don't want you to get me. And I don't want you to buy into me. I don't expect you to expect. I don't expect you to be happy.
Representing Liberia there.
I have come for the truth and those people who belong to the truth. Really one.
That signifies the official return of
I have time for some people. I don't have time for everybody. No. Because all human beings want to go here and that their business. They really want to sit down, they sit down. And running private jet. Look at that. You see the kind of thing. Look at him coming down. Tell a baby coming down from a walking chair. Look at. You know how baby can get down from a walking chair. I'll bring baby picture. You see how baby can get down from a walking chair. Look at him. But anyway, that's what you brought upon yourself. Today is Ryan Providence. And we have all the details. Georgia made the whole country to go upside down, blah, 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 all the kind of thing. So God will always be with people like us because you know why? God is using us for a purpose, and we are here for this purpose. And we're not going to change because of peanuts. Because there's nothing I see more valuable than the respect that human being will just give you. It's more valuable. Even a rich man looking for respect. But you're not rich, you get a respect. So why are you looking for? The rich man looking for respect, he can be respected. You see how they're insulting other people then today. But nobody will, what they call, except for angry winners who their brain, it turn upside down. That they don't want can do the one, but I don't care about them. I talk about sound people who appreciate our work and they get respect for us. Why do I have to take away all that respect because I want for my family to survive? I rubbish everything because I want for my family to survive. My children passing the street. Today, my family, they can be proud because you know why? All these things then, I'm taking it from there by demand of the students. I will take it from there. Don't worry. So that's what it is. And for some of us, we don't have time for how you think about it, how you go on with doing what you want to do is up to you. We don't have time. But again, we are getting there, and with God, all things are possible. Today, the same men who are flying around with Ethiopian Airlines, and that the RIA, they go like today because they owing. Reckless government. Nobody trusts this government. This government owes. Recently, I know that they are fake budget hearing that they're having down there, and we don't browse it. Yo, tell baby walking, get me down or walking chair. That better, what that baby get. Baby is stronger than the paper. So this is what it is. They lock the airport. Can you imagine the administrative airport? The door of the airport is locked. My friend and brother Julius J posted that this morning when I woke up. I saw it. I said, wow, what is this country turning into? But Joseph Boga grabs my old friend and made them bold people and tell them say they bold at RRA. They can be seated. Every day they are working. No board sitting down where they will say quarterly the board will meet or the board will meet. Only on emergency case. Boga brought all a friend and made them bold people and tell them say they bold job. I give you a job every day. You got to go to work and they will pay you every month. No wonder the LRA is struggling. The LRA has reported that indeed the LRA fell budget shortfall. Budget shortfall, they said for the 2 point some more million budget shortfall. They couldn't be able to raise the amount to fund the budget. The LRA. How were they? Because you know what? The budget is high. But I brought a friend and tell them, say, you bold man, you must come to work every day. Where you now see bold people going to work every day? Where you now see that one? But that is what Bwaka has. He has subjected this country to milking the resources for he and his friends, his families, and caring less about you, the Liberian people. All men like this, where in the world you will take somebody who has been a beggar throughout his life, then you can make him to be what you expect that man do not say, I suffer too long, I got to just enjoy my last days on earth now. That kind of thing, you go put into that paper there, you passing around with. Some paper, look, let me hear AB. I hardly want to celebrate birthdays. I'm able to rally with my fans. My birthday coming and say, people money together for me to celebrate. That's why we avoid some of these things. All paper like that. Who nearing his grave is celebrating birthday in the week of hardship? What is it that you want to celebrate? You have said no, man. Anything will be on it ever since, man. Blah blah blah. Let Lido on it. We can't take all of those in it. But he's enjoying himself now, driving private jet. He's seeing them flying around. The ARA talk about budget shortfall. Now I mean talk about it. They said they couldn't fund the budget for the 2 point some million. So the question now is, how was we are managing? It got to be God and grace. Bwaka is cursed. That's why you need to wake up on tomorrow. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them fear you. Any policeman that stands in front of you and tell you, say, don't enter the grounds of the capital, where you the proper owner of that place. Your deputies are there. You are going to talk to your deputies and they stay in front of you. If you can do anything to any policeman in any form and faction, do it to them. Look, let me tell you something. Look, for me, the country where it is now, we are not going to allow certain bunch of hooligans to take over this country and do whatever they think they can do with it. Joseph Boga is a rogue. He's a criminal. So all the police policies that surround criminal activities are all you will see employed now. All the mechanisms are put in place. It's not about democracy. It's about dictatorship and authoritarianism, and every negative vices that affect democracy is what you will see. But you see, and we have to be very much careful. And that is why we are counting on the court. Since the application that was made by the team COFA, the court is yet to state as to whether they will entertain argument or not. Yesterday or over the weekend, we hearing that Jeremiah Kun went to the daughter of the Chief Justice or park to go dedicate it. All the kind of funny thing in our country that we are in. You know, Jeremiah Kun, that guy is reckless and useless. And I like how they are destroying each other. Somebody come and say, oh, you listen to Jeremiah Kun? I say, why you want to go say that? He said, oh, the man said, no. Now, Bwaka, what they call? That for nothing went there. Yeah, and that Jeremiah Kun, you got to open that your mouth, not looking wild like that to say anything like that at this time and age. Who are you to say something in the wake of all of that? All the thing people been talking is around the president. Who are you to come and speak to that? Who are you? Why you got to? Who are you in this matter? Do you even know your function while you are even sitting at the level of the legislature? Do you really know that? Do you know your function while you are there? Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Look at the educated people, their government. Everybody's doing part of trash. You're clean, you're clever in this country. Look at the what kind of thing you're doing. Who you supposed to open your mouth on that kind of thing? You supposed to say no, there's that. Then the contradiction in a whole thing, which of course I'm saying the court should be very careful. If the Supreme Court is not careful, the Supreme Court will be an alibi, an accessory to any dangerous activities in this country. People will use the Supreme Court hand and do bad things in the country, and they say yes, that the court, the cause. Because currently, as we even speak, with the conflict that going on, there are other legal luminaries, practitioners, legal pundits, scholars, who are placing the current stalemate that still exists at the feet of the Supreme Court. Yeah. Then coupled with Chief Justice's daughter opening park, Vice President going there to go dedicate a park, all those kind of funny thing. And the Vice President here inside the whole removal thing. He put then the Chief Justice there riding with the Vice President. They're going to go dedicate her daughter park. Look at that thing, but people, so your will. Let me tell you something. There is a movie that thanks so much to my man who always shares with me most of these movies. I'm watching it, and I will ask all of my legal friends to watch that movie. They call it their practice. It's very much. So there's George. They call George Chinue. Chinue. Yeah. So she said something. She said, in my legal practice as a judge, I am never supposed to have an appearance of a compromise. Meaning, you shouldn't even appear like that. Forget about it. You shouldn't even get reason to speculation. You shouldn't even get reason for people to whatever. That's what she said. She said, in my practice, she said, I shouldn't have an appearance of a compromise. Meaning, it is true that you're not compromised, but the appearance, you should avoid the appearance of a compromise. Now, these politicians, they have their way to make you to have an appearance of a compromise. That's why the Chief Justice has to be careful. Because that's what they do. These politicians, they don't care about what it is. Once they gain that from there, they don't know. They don't care about you. That's why I don't like to go around them. You know the reason why? The moment these politicians call you somewhere, there are most of them who have called me. AB, come to the office. Why you don't want to come to the office here and there? I say, if I want to meet you, we'll meet at a neutral ground. Not at your office. Even not at your house. Because it will give an appearance of a compromise. Because tomorrow, you know why your security will say, let me tell you what the appearance is. Your security will come and say, you see that AV man, who can be talking down there? My man, your AV who can be talking all the things. They will call their friend now. The security will call their friend now. That your AV man who can be talking all kinds of things. We saw the AV man. You are with the chief today in your office. Why with the chief? Forget about it. What I'm with the chief or whatever it is, they don't have. But that appearance that I made, it carry plus for that chief. So you don't have to do that. And especially Honorable Chief Justice and the Honorable Supreme Court in our country. Tomorrow, because of their decision, if there is any conflict that should come, these are things that people will be pointing to. But what do we expect from the court? What do we expect from the court? If you can see the Chief Justice and we know that for sure the justices and no, not chair. I think that's that one there. Yeah, that one. Yeah, okay, yeah. And we know that these justices or these judges are not supposed to be involved with business. So it's possible that they could run these businesses through their children. They can run it through their families or whatever it is. It's possible. You see, all the possibility. The one the lady said in that movie said you don't have to have an appearance. Now, all the newspaper articles that people carry here and there, talking all kinds of things, how conflict of interest, how matter will be pending before the court. Then the Chief Justice is flirting with the Jeremiah Kun. The man who account radio to put more inside the whole thing and all. So every other thing, it just make our country some kind of way. And equally so, it does not necessarily mean that the Chief Justice is involved with her daughter's business. But, again, but, these politicians have their way of running everything about you, and they don't want to know. All they know, they should get the dividends. And we have to be very careful. Our country is at a crossroad. And the reason you see why citizens are standing up is to protect the judiciary. To say, look, for you, you can fight. You don't have gun. You don't have tear gas to fight for you. The legislators can order that. The executive can order that. You don't have it. So we will protect you. We will provide that protection for you that you will stand. Because why? The law you're using down there at the Supreme Court, we passed that law by ourselves. The Constitution is our law. It's not law that passed by our lawmakers. No, it is our law. We passed it. We stood in line. We voted for everything in our Constitution. So if you are interpreting it and people want to use the executive to work, we will come in your defense. That's why these people are going down there. That's why the people say they're going to protest for. That's why they say they are going to be out there to protect you. So if they are providing that protection for you, and you see yourself going around, the very politicians that undermine you, then the people will see no reason, but they will just say there's no basis of you being there because you cannot do the work for which we put you there. That is the only basis for which we can go to bed and sleep sound. An old man whose husband dies is able to walk up to AB and bring a complaint of injection because he believes that the law is there and supposed to protect her. She doesn't have any family. She doesn't have anybody. The law will be there to give her a property. The law. That's why she was. That's the only thing. Because the wealthy man is using his money and everything against her. She can do that. She depends on you, the courts, to bring her at equilibrium with that rich man and say, you may have all your money, but the law says this is my property. But if that law is dead, the poor widow cannot be sure that her property can be safe anymore. The man who is in the slum there, who struggled for his property, the wealthy man or the politicians can, because I don't know where they put in the country that politician. There is no sound wealthy man that we have had in this country. Everyone else who claim that they rich, with the exception of George Weah, they have to be tied some kind of way to politics. Okay, there's other Cummings that will give him some plugs too. Yeah. But the Bernard Euro, the Joseph Boakai, now the latest rich man that you're getting in the country. The Jeremiah Cohn, Edwin Snow. I name all of them. All your rich people that you're going there, leader, Prince Moi, Emmanuel Nukwe. Where are the people? All your rich people that for your blood, that your blood made them rich. Outside of your blood, outside of your power, they are nobody. So where are we? Folks, tomorrow is going to be a great day. And you have to be very much strong enough and resolved enough to stand up for the rule of law. Even if the court does not want to stand for itself, you have to stand for yourself. Even if the court, because you gave it to the court. So if the court does not want to stand for itself, or if there's an appearance that the court does not want to stand for itself, you can't let down your country by giving up on your country. That's the last thing. It is that same law that put in those justices. It is that same law that put in those representatives. It is that same law that put in the president. And it is that law that you're going to use to make sure that they do the right thing. And you can stand up for it. Tomorrow is the day you got to speak out. Non-political. The law is not for one party. On a CDC, Yege Koluba, despite being a strong creditor, he walked up to the Supreme Court and won cases. Opposition won cases. Honor we as administration. Despite all, the law is not for any party. It's not for CDC. It's not for Unity Party. No, it is not CDC law that they are trampling on. It is not Unity Party law that they are trampling on. They are trampling on the law that tomorrow will have to benefit you as well. You may think that it's not necessary today. Tomorrow, it will be in your shoes. And when all is lost, you will see that you will have no existence in this country anymore. Your properties will be gone. Everything will be gone. You got to stand up for that law. And tomorrow is the day. But guess what they did for which you are going to stand up to? They lied to you. They fool you. The government betrayed you. You are suffering. A lot of lies. You are taking off jobs for no reason. The law says that you put in the Constitution that I can politically associate and whatever it is and still have my voice. Under the Unity Party, they said that law enough for you. We the one will be there. Only the more added they can post. Une Joker, who is a CSA boss, is able to post about his government. You, as an opposition, working in the government, cannot say anything different. It is that law for which you are going to stand say the nonsense must stop. The KOFA issue could be it, but it's not about KOFA. It's about the laws that have been broken over the periods in this country. You got to stand up for it. If you don't stand up for it, they will grab this election, work with the very system that they're working with, and then bundle you out of this country. It will be too late. If you cannot go beyond 2 years and say enough is enough, we can bear patience in the wake of you working orderly. But we run impatient when you are not working orderly because we don't want to meet our demands. The time has come for you. So we are going to have David B. Kohler right here with us, right here on this very die. So here we are. There is a song that indeed it really makes sense. And that guy, I didn't know that guy made a song here on a Unity Party. Takunje made a song here on a Unity Party, and I see Unity Party reincarnation of it. In fact, the pro master that to the extent that it befits this entire music. Let's have a gist of it, and then we'll usher in David Kohler right here with us tonight. He's a member of the steering committee of the March on the Capital by the Concerned Citizens Network of Liberia. The concerned citizens are moving on. If you are concerned about your country, concerned about democracy, concerned about the rule of law, you have to be out there tomorrow. Don't allow one policeman stand to discourage you. You're going to enter the grounds of that capital. You're going to speak to your deputy. That's the day tomorrow. So let's have it, and then we get David in right here.
My people, where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop slipping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on. I know y'all sleeping now. Y'all gotta wake up small, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people sue us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. So much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us. The government betray us. They get loud, they get stiff, they get loud. I said we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with their speech, they preach indeed, and now you need to deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrates us. So why does you lie? Why does you steal? Why does you allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They get loud, they get steep, they go loud. They don't want to trust. My people don't want to hope on nobody. My hope that I have them broken. Telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they say they could afford? But they're too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired. They tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough for time, but they stay, they delay. People suffer.
Oh yes, people suffer.
People crying from hunger.
People crying from hunger.
Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation.
Oh yes.
You got nothing to show.
You got nothing to show. You want yet? You know that the guilt tape of the whole song here. That Prince Johnson is supposed to be alive to listen to the part. You not got nothing to show. Jeremiah Kumba, you not nothing, man. You not got nothing to show. Can tell that. You not got nothing to show. Anyway, we're right here, and of course, right here on this very time. Let me get on to David Kohler, and we're right here tonight. And how's up to you, David? How's everything with you?
Yeah, thank you. I've been listening to you even when I was out of the country.
I know.
You've done a splendid job.
I know.
You've made sacrifice for our country.
I know.
You are still doing what you do
best.
And I'm here to also buttress what you're doing.
Okay.
Rally our people for the protest tomorrow, because it's important. Liberia is on. The country is on the edge. it's like a volcanic eruption. Anything could happen the next moment.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anything could trigger something that could happen the next moment.
Sure.
And the government is literally ignoring the cries of the people, ignoring the tears of the people. The government does not care about what the people think, what the people are crying about, and how the people move forward as a country. So the country is just a country called country, but the people in the country makes the country.
Yeah. Sure.
So what you do as as the leaders, what you do as the governors of the state matters a lot. So we are here to kind of encourage our people about some of the rights they have as provided by the Constitution. Some of the areas that we are lacking as a country, that Mr. Bwaka came over the last 12 months, he's done nothing. He's contributed nothing. He's taken everything away from our people and he's giving them nothing. For instance, AB, let's go straight into it. There were 22.8 million that the Ministry of Public Works allocated. That was in the last budget.
Yeah, sure.
The 2023-2024 budget. The Ministry of Public Works said it used 9 million out of the money to do roads. Where is the rest of the money? Nobody knows. That is why we want our people to assemble tomorrow and ask their legislators, where is our money? We want our people to assemble tomorrow and ask the legislators why they pardoned the Minister of Public Works that went to the legislature, went to the Senate, and basically said, yes, I took this money. The money was intended for the Liberian people. I used 9 million and asked you, where is the rest of the money? He said, I don't know, but forgive me. And the Senate pardoned him. We want our people to assemble tomorrow and ask their legislators why they are allowing, sitting and watching anarchy. A state is about to enter anarchy when the rule of law is broken down, when you do not respect the Supreme Court, which is the final arbiter of the Constitution according to Article 65, then we are heading for anarchy. Because I could stay on the street tomorrow morning, a policeman starts me. I said, no, the people that are making the laws are basically breaking the laws. I'm going to break the laws. So people are going to, basically drive into anarchy. So we're here today to caution, to encourage our people to turn out tomorrow in their mass for the purpose of safeguarding the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia.
And David, as you sit here, I'm a man, and I don't care how people think about it. I align with people of integrity because they have some morals to speak to. The reason why you are best suited to speak to this, the immediate past government, you serve in the communication sector and the Ministry of Information, and it's glaring fact that when it comes to upholding the rule of law, your very government, you got all the credentials, the pedigree to speak to it. Because even when it comes to allowing people to protest, you have a good grade on that as well. So that gives you what we call the moral standing to speak to the issues we are talking about here today. Now, let's come to think about it. Now, I honor the government you work with. What is it that your government worked to promote that you see over the last 1 year on the Unity Party that seem to be retrogressing?
There are a couple of things. One of which is the rule of law. There's a total breakdown of the rule of law under Mr. Bwaka's government. There's a total, an absolute breakdown and disregard for the rule of law under Mr. Bwaka's government. Let me give you one example. When we came to office in 2018, there was one tenure disputed position. It was the National Lottery's position. Under that Camara guy. When the guys went to court and challenged the president's decision from appointing Regina Nangwe waited for 4 years until the court heard the case and handed down a ruling while Camara was still in the job, getting his benefits. He was still in the office. The president, the country, the government waited for 4 years. And the court said that it was legal that Camara finishes his tenure, and then he will vacate the position. After which President Weah appointed Regina Nangwe. The Bwaka government, when they came to office, disregard the tenure position. People at LTA, people at the National Lotteries, people at the National Identification Registry, they were appointing these people against the requirement for the tenure position. These people are supposed to be
In fact, as far as the governance commission institution,
right?
that's
As far
supposed to
as the
be-
governance commission.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was a very tricky thing. And then the Supreme Court, Article 65 gives the Supreme Court the power as the final arbiter of justice in our country. The Supreme Court came down with a ruling into these matters. The Governance Commission, the National Identification Registry, the National Lottery, and the Liberal Telecommunication Authority came down with a ruling in these matters. What happened? Mr. Bwaka ignored these rulings and still appointed people. This is a violation of Article 2 of the Liberian Constitution that says the Constitution is the supreme law
Right.
of the land. So, and he, Mr. Bwaka, took an oath to protect, to defend, and to uphold this Constitution. If he's violating the Constitution, there is also provision in the Constitution that if he, Mr. Bwaka, violates the Constitution, he can be removed for that cause.
You're right. You're right.
So
Be impatient.
we have a reason as citizens of Liberia to remove Mr. Bwaka if he continues to violate the Constitution and he does not rescind some of the irresponsible decisions he's made over the last 12 months. We are calling on our people, do not sit and allow this country to retrogress. Our international partners have spent a lot of money. Our international partners have put in resources. They have sent people, have sacrificed their life for the peace we enjoy today. We cannot allow our country to degenerate into anarchy and chaos.
And the worst of all he ever did to attack our monetary policy system by taking his nephew and sending to Central Bank of Liberia. And the man's entry, look at the military.
His nephew is the chief of staff of the AFL. His nephew is the central bank governor. He appoints his countryman at the Minister of Finance. He appoints his countryman at the LTA. All of them. There is only one, only Ben Fofana is from Magibi County. All the other guys are from Lofa County. Yeah. And then you look at the structure of the government. Look at the structure of the government. Aside from the Ministry of State, almost all other appointed officials are from Lofa County. This is what we have. This is what it is. Is there anything in the law that forbids that, or is it on the basis of expediency? It's on the basis of expediency, because in fact, the law also said that there should be a balance. That's what the law said.
Balance of power.
Regional balance of power.
Okay.
There should be a regional balance of power. President Bwaka has ignored the requirement for the regional balance of power, and he's appointed his tribal men in the government, and they are over everything. They are over everything. The Minister of Finance, because he's a tribal man, Mr. Bwaka, submitted the budget to a disputed illegal so-called speaker, and they are having budget hearing. Where are we heading as a country? Where are we heading as a people? What is the benefit of a 43-year-old man who's claimed that he served this country since 1972? A 43
years of serviceman.
Serviceman who claimed that he served this country since 1972. And 1980, he was the head of this. He was we agree to all of these, cliche. Where are we heading as a country? Where are we now with the 43 years of servicemen? Where are we? What do we see? A total breakdown of statecraft, a total breakdown of governance, a disregard for the rule of law, and a complete usurpation of the function of the Supreme Court, and everyone is sitting and watching. Under George Weah, we saw what happened June 7th. We came 6 months into the administration. 6 months into the administration, the guys rallied the country and condemned us. But we had not even gone into 12 months of our administration to rally the country in June.
But were there condemnable actions or so forth? No. Were there actions that necessitated the action then?
The argument they were making was on the economy. They said, the country was high, the country was high, the country was high. They were arguing that, for instance, it's not possible. You listen to the Core report. The Core, the USAID
report about
spent $500,000 to do that Core report. Core is an international body that did an independent assessment of the allegations they made against the George Weah government about 16 million missing. The Crow says it's not possible. You will not have this economy standing if 16 million went missing. They said 25 million went missing. to put the claims on Samuel Tuer, for instance. They said Samuel Tuer, Minister Tuer, was responsible for the 25 million mop-up exercise. Minister Tuer said, I do not have the structure to give money to people for the excess liquidity in the Liberian economy. The central bank is responsible. The central bank has got that structure. They are the one distributing the money. I had nothing to do with the money. I'm just a chair on the economic management team. We do not give any such money. The money that we spent was around $17.5 million. The central bank has to record the rest of the money. We gave this money to these people to kind of absorb because the inflation was getting too high. Right. So all of these were trumped up lies by the opposition at the time, which is a ruling government now, that is not able to govern the country even up to half of a zero as George Weah governed Liberia. When it comes to the rule of law, when it comes to respect for the rule of law, they are not able to govern the country. So we are calling on our people from all walks of life, from across this country, from Bassa, from Grand Cape Town, from Bombing, from Bong, all of you who are residing in Monrovia, you need to come to the Capitol building tomorrow and ask your legislators what they did with the $22 million that was allocated, that was allotted for the roads in the Southeastern Corridor. You need to come to the Capitol and ask your legislators, why are they not doing your business? Why are they joining Mr. Boakai to undermine the rule of law but having an illegal speaker who is still seeking recognition, writing embassies, asking them to recognize him as so-called legitimate speaker? You need to come to the legislator and ask your lawmakers, why are they sitting and allowing Mr. Boakai to dismiss 500 EPS officers?
And David, this is very much quick, and it's good that I'm interacting with you. You being a journalist yourself. Yeah, so it makes me, every time you speak in it reminds me of our days. Yeah, you've been a journalist yourself, and we've been hearing about this thing about the removal of a speaker or Kofa or so forth. Let's go back then. What is the difference this dispensation is making as compared to previous dispensations on former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf? You had the snow removal and you saw the tallow removal. You all know about
in fact, at the time you're talking about the snow removal, I was reporting from the Capitol. George Kennedy, Joey Kennedy, and other guys were all at the Capitol. The United Party has a playbook.
Okay.
The United Party has a textbook for governance.
Okay.
The rubber stamped the legislature as a form of muscling the legislature into submitting to the executive.
Okay.
That was one of the methods that Mrs. Sirleaf used during her tenure. Okay. So the same method was used against Snow. The argument Mrs. Sirleaf made at the time was that Snow was not subservient to her.
Okay.
He was not humble enough, according to her, to be able to follow her will and pleasure. The legislature is not for the will and pleasure of the president.
And this fight again, Taylor too must have played as well because Snow came from Taylor background.
That argument sort of holds some water.
Okay.
But the key thing was that Snow could not be controlled.
Okay.
He had an independent mind.
Okay.
Because he came from a background, he was well schooled into politics, he had some understanding about statecraft.
Okay.
So that kind of man was not new to the game.
Okay.
She could not work with that kind of man. He had, according to her, he had some stings on him and all that. She could not work for Snow. Snow was ousted using unorthodox means, including bribery. Joseph Newman Boakai is elected.
That was an early action on the part of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf at that time. Yes. 2006, you got in power. 2005, we went to election, and so it was one of the early actions I was talking about.
2006.
Yeah.
Boakai comes to office. In October, Boakai hatches a plan.
So let's talk about the tallow issue because we want to transition from one end to another.
Okay.
From Snow to tallow.
So we'll come to tallow.
And tallow was a Unity Party.
Tallow was a Unity Party boy at the time. He was Ellen's boy.
Okay.
And then there was this argument about Tallow getting too powerful.
Okay.
And he was not listening to Mrs. Sirleaf because he had a black in the legislature that he was controlling.
Okay.
So Mrs. Sirleaf hatched a plan to remove Tallow because Tallow was alleged to have been giving some support to opposition folks. Okay. He was stretching his bounds.
All right.
So Mrs. Sirleaf had called him and warned him he was not listening. And again, she went and removed him, sponsored his removal, and Nukwe took over. And then Boakai takes office in 2023, 2024. He's inaugurated, and then he comes and initiates from the same playbook of the Unity Party. 2 times a speaker was removed from the same playbook, and the Supreme Court, in its power of judicial review, handed down an opinion in the Snow case, and the Supreme Court was clear that the action of the legislators at the time was illegal, and that Snow remained the legal and legitimate speaker of the legislature.
Okay.
Snow is removed. Tyler comes in. Tyler is removed. Waka reviews the playbook and say, "Hey, if this guy who's asking my public work minister why he's spending 9 million out of 22 million and he's asking for the battle money, I cannot keep that guy in the job.
Okay.
Why is this guy asking for report from a public works minister? He should not be asking for report." So Bwaka is angry that the speaker is asking for project performance report from the Minister of Public Works before additional money is allotted the Minister of Public Works under the budget for any kind of road. Bwaka is offended. The only crime that Kofa committed was to ask the hard questions.
And some of the questions in line with that is that they're spending the off-budget spending of over 17 million.
Right.
That was done by the Unity Party.
Right.
And when they went for recast, Kofa asked, how did you derive a spending all of this money that we did not approve?
112. According to them, they were supposed to spend 112.
No, that is even outside of it.
Which is why I'm coming. The law said they should spend 112, but they spent 17 million outside the 112. So when you come to the speaker, who is a lawyer, he wants to know, hi, where is the money? Where is the Liberian people money? Why are you spending the Liberian people money? And you're not giving report. You took $22.8 million to do the Southeastern Corridor. The road is worse. It's damaged. You are doing nothing in that corridor. Where is the report? Where's the financial report? If you don't bring that report, sir, we're not allotting additional money for you to spend. He comes to one of the plotters, Gar, for instance.
Yeah,
Gar was giving 250,000 for audit to initiate the audit at the legislature. What did he do with the money? He went back for 750,000, and the speaker was like, "What are you thinking? This is not a bank. We need to account to the Liberian people. You can't take the Liberian people money and you come back to ask for additional money when the tax for which you took the money is not being performed. So you must go back and come with a report for the money we gave you before we can give you additional money." God picks up arm, joins Koga, who always wanted to be in the leadership. There are only 23 leadership positions.
Out of 73.
You cannot get everybody. I mean, come on. Everybody cannot be in the leadership. Koga, he's moving with it because why? Our man Kun, who is the vice president, has been the chairman on Ways, Means, and Finance.
Okay.
During his tenure as chairman on Ways, Means, and Finance, he did a lot of shitty deals. And the speaker has been calling for an audit of all of these transactions. Mr. Kun is threatening that his ambition for 2029 is on the line. If there's an audit tomorrow morning, he's going to be a culprit. The Liberian people will ask him questions. He will be out of the race. Kun has this inherent hatred for Kofa because Kofa wants to ask the hard questions. We are calling on Liberians tomorrow. Do not come to the Capitol building tomorrow if you are not aware of certain things. The people want to have access to your budget. They want to be sharing the money. That's their goal. Okay. They want to be sharing your money, your taxes. The money that should be sending drug to GFK. GFK just wrote that they don't have drug. The money that should be sending drug to GFK, they want to be sharing the money. The money that should be constructing the roads in the Southeastern Corridor, they want to be sharing the money. This is what they're fighting for. And you have one man who's standing in between this war, who's standing in between this battle. His name is Jonathan Fonati Kofa. This man says, no, these people must account for the Liberian people money, or else we are not going to give them additional money. That's the challenge we face, AB.
Wow, and that's very interesting. So tomorrow, the gathering starts at about
6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay, and from various communities. I'm seeing here from the group chats, and the organization is very in tight, and people are willing to go down no matter what it is police cannot scare them. And I just understood that the U.S. Embassy is concerned about what will be happening on tomorrow. That the police have been very brutal, and the police have been very brutal, and I think Crown Support is proud to be associated and with what we're doing here tonight, Omen Samson and team. So let me just try to read you out some of the coordinators in your respective districts who are supposed to be with you on tomorrow, whatever it is. So the coordinators are these. Let me try to see. Several other coordinators are up and they started naming them already. So we think, and the protesters. Yeah, you didn't mention about the Cape Mount situation where protesters were killed.
Oh yeah. In fact, that was the first package Mr. Barker gave. That was the first package he gave the Liberian people. When we were giving food and water to protesters in June, 6 months into the administration of President Weah, Barker was killing protesters in the King George area.
Okay.
For asking why there is no senior manager, a senior Liberian manager on the managerial team of OS Money.
Okay.
They were killing these people because these people came up to ask questions. People, children that they invested their resources in, workers that they invested their resources in, they were shot dead by Mr. Barker police without any call of right to these people, to the constitutional obligation of these people peacefully assembling, violating their rights. Unarmed, defenseless, innocent civilians were killed as the first package. As the first package, 1 month into the administration, they went to rehab and killed an innocent boy. The same reckless police went to rehab, killed an innocent boy. They didn't stop there. There's a lady who's always with Mr. Barker. She claimed to be an assistant to the president called Sato. There was an argument with she and one boy. They took the boy to Jakarta, that police station there. The boy died in the cell.
They killed him there.
They killed him in the cell. Why? Because he challenged her. They say he wrote on Facebook condemning her action. So they grabbed him. Why you should write on Facebook condemning somebody's action? They grab him, they handcuff him. He did not drink, he never had access to water, and he died in the cell. They didn't stop there. The Student Unification Party that used to be protesting, and the police director would be literally having the police car go by them, escort them. They beat them up as part of the first package in the first 3 months. So they were sending a signal that protest is a no-go zone. Whereas that was the first constitutional violation. The Constitution provides for peaceful assembly. So where are we as a country, AB? Where are we headed as a country? What happens tomorrow if the citizens get up and said, we are not going to respect the rule of law? We will do anything we want to do. The state, the country will go down into anarchy and chaos. We do not want that. We are calling on all of you, our brothers and sisters, our friends who are independent, sitting on the fence and watching what's happening to your country, to stand up, to fight for the Constitution, the only law that is able to protect the rich and is able to protect the poor.
Wow. All right. So that is very much great and fantastic. And we're right here tonight on this very die. And that is where we are. We are doing everything we can tonight. And you people will have to really stand up and you know. So I think, okay, I got that part. Yeah. So now people are resolved to move out tomorrow because with all of the negative they've sensed, they've seen lawmakers beating. They are saying we are ready to be beaten. If you are trained to beat people, we are ready to be beaten. It's the resolve of the people. They are now willing to confront the tyrants, no matter what the circumstances are. Now, despite all of that, people are expecting that tomorrow's gathering will be quite peaceful. Now, what is that guaranteed? That the peace will reign from your end continuously?
Of course, AB. In fact, this is one of the messages I brought.
Okay.
The dress code for tomorrow is white.
Okay.
White t-shirt, white cap to symbolize peace.
Okay.
The protest is a non-violent, non-confrontational protest. The protest is rallying the people to petition their deputies and ask their deputies some of the hard questions they are asking the communities.
Okay.
Some of the questions that is causing them not to go to bed with any assurance that if somebody got sick, if you went to JFK, you will have medication at the hospital. Some of the questions that is causing them to see the US rate coming down and the price of things are still very high and very skyrocketed. Some of the questions on why the president, the head of the government, is violating the Constitution of Liberia and using state security apparatus to muzzle the Constitution and muzzle the Liberian people.
Okay.
We are calling on our people to rally tomorrow to come peacefully assemble. Do not bring even a bag with you. Before they say you got something in the bag, you'll throw you right. No.
Yeah, okay.
Don't even bring a bag with you. Come, our mothers, we are encouraging you to wear your white hair tie, wear your white blouse, march in your lapper. We are calling on our young comrades to come in your white t-shirt. If you have a white cap, wear your white cap to symbolize peace.
Okay.
Because we want to send a message that the Liberian people do not want any occurrence of what happened 14 years ago here. We don't want anything that happened.
You're right.
That happened 14 years ago here. We saw what happened. AB, I'm a victim of the war.
You're right. All of us. You're
I'm
right.
a victim
Not
of
a
the
lot
war.
of people. You're right.
I was a child. I was abused during the war. I suffered hunger. I suffered destitution. I was denied my parents over a period. And I suffer because of the events of the war. We do not want that. We are calling on we are rallying our people for a peaceful assembly to put an end to the continuous violation of the Constitution.
So
of the
tomorrow, you
Republic
people,
of
you have an agenda, and our agenda is to preach and give a message to the violators, those you term as violators, or to this government in general. Is it a day or two protests or whatever?
It's going to be a non-stop protest. It depends. It's going to be a non-stop protest.
Okay.
And we are going to have people from all 17 districts in Montserrat County.
Okay.
We have points that the buses are going to pick.
And I understand others are living from other counties. They're
Of
paying
course,
their own way.
I see Maggie. I see some people from Grand Bassa as well. They're making their own way coming. So, for instance, like in district number 16, we're going to have one of the Killer Bean buses there.
Okay.
We're going to have Killer Bean bus in district number 17. It's going to make around 4 trips. We're going to have one in district number 16. We're going to have one district number 15. We're going to have one district number 13, one district number 11 along the corridor.
Okay.
We're going to have buses all over to convey our people, especially the people from Central Monrovia, district number 8, district number 7.
Okay.
They are going to converge at the Capitol building voluntarily. People are going to move there.
We understand that the police had employed everything to prevent the people entry into the grounds of the Capitol building.
There is no official statement from the police, and we believe the police cannot attempt to continuously violate the Constitution that we are trying to protect. They cannot. The law, the Constitution of this country provides that our people should peacefully assemble. They are going to assemble. There is no law. The Constitution says
but assembly outside of the capital is also an assembly. So why
assembly in the capital? We don't need any permission to petition our legislators. They are our deputies. We elected them to go to our legislature, to go to the legislature, to go to our legislators, to petition them. Is a provision that is provided for in the Constitution. Article 1.
The very law they are going to protect they are going to fight for. Okay.
Opens up. The Constitution is written in clear language. It's written in clear language. And the Constitution says, they say, oh, you need permission. The Constitution says every law, statute, or decree that comes inconsistent of the Constitution, and to the point of it's inconsistent, considered null and void.
Yeah, sure indeed.
So you cannot say one statute say we should get a permit to come outside. Whereas the Constitution says that any law that comes in conflict or inconsistent with the Constitution is considered to the point of inconsistent, considered void.
You're right.
So we're not going to allow them to muscle us. So which degree says so? Which degree says so? When George Weah came to office, in fact, he canceled the 1988 decree that they're putting people in jail for today.
Yeah,
You said this one. you said
decriminalizing
this
free
one.
speech and all of that. Even the journalists can now
Right.
say what they can.
So
Yeah,
nobody will come
say what
try
you
the
should now.
constitution with us. And the reason why we're here, Abby, let me tell you something.
Mhm.
Laws are made to safeguard the state. The laws are made to safeguard the state and to keep the state away from disorder or anarchy. The purpose for the establishment of the constitution of the Supreme Court is to have independent people who will sit down where there is chaos, where there is tension, where there is confusion over constitutional matters, to review these matters and be able to present what is just, true, and right as provided for by the law.
Okay.
These people are not partisans. These people are independent. And they are there to create a balance in the country and in the state. If the branch that is supposed to make the law, the legislature that is supposed to make the law, is undermining the law they themselves made, it becomes a problem.
Certainly.
It becomes a problem because the legislature is essentially undermining its own self. Because if you make a law that empowers another branch of government, that empowers the people, and that law is passed, and you come and want to muscle your way using all kinds of unorthodox tendency to muscle your way into having what you want to have against the will of the people will stand up to you.
Right.
We saw that happening in Egypt. It was just because of the economy in Egypt that Bouazizi set himself on fire, and that led to an entire revolution called the Arab Spring Revolution. So as a security person who studies security at different levels, I understand that the police tomorrow will protect the people. They will not muscle the people. Mr. Gregory Cuomo went to Harvard University. He understands what they call democratic policing. If he violates the rights of the people, we will petition our people to remove Mr. Cuomo.
So why if the government were to threaten vehicle owners and to say, look, we don't want buses conveying people to places to protest grounds and so forth, what will the protesters do?
That's dead on arrival. There's a free enterprise country. You can move to anybody and say, my man, I want to use your car tomorrow. How much it costs? And the person say it costs this much. So they don't have a structure where they can call buses owner and say, I mean, that's it's not going to work. It's not going to work. They're playing. So I'm not going to speak to that because it's dead on arrival.
Okay.
But what I can say to you is that we have sufficient buses that will convey our people from all the districts. They're from district number 17. All the other districts, 13, 11, 5, 2, all of those districts, will convey our people.
So why if
All
the
the grounds of the
government
capital
continues to be very stubborn and of course disrespectful and think that they can do all they can because they have the power and everything in their hands, and they do anything to provoke and pouring in crowd on tomorrow?
We are going to be peaceful.
Okay.
We are going to be as peaceful as possible.
Okay.
Maybe there is something called the people's power. The people that the government will see tomorrow, I'm telling you, I'm part of the mobilization team. We've been to West Point. I've heard the people speak. I heard an elderly woman speak today. She said, I am coming tomorrow for my country.
Okay.
I am coming tomorrow for my country. And she even referenced one of your shows. She said after she listened to you, she knew she had to do something. Yes.
Okay.
So this is not about an individual. It is about the soul of the nation. Where we are headed. What happens if we sit and watch this anarchy before us as a people? What's going to happen? AB, look across the country. Hear the cry from the people. Statecraft is at the lowest ebb. Statecraft is at the lowest ebb.
You're right.
It's crazy.
Certainly.
I mean, it's crazy. Go into the communities. Except for the few surrogates you see on the social media saying stuff, going to the communities.
You're right.
Maybe this is what we have at our hands. We need to take action as a people.
And one thing, though, is just part of this protest. In fact, since you left from here, people did not understand the rationale behind your action immediately following the exit of the CDC government. But I'd just like for you to speak to how you people, the kind of difficulties you people inherited, how practically putting Liberian people first, you're needed to check within your respective covers, deep in your covers, to work for government as if it was your personal and private own, and so forth. So I'd like for you to speak to that, because the guys in government, they are milking everything out of it. They are giving nothing, they are putting in nothing, and they are just milking the whole country.
Maybe it was good you asked this question.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, all the 6 years I served in the George Weah government, it was an honor serving. First of all, let me say that it was an honor serving. I served. I was appointed February 2018, February 2nd, 2018, and I was confirmed in March. I went to my office. I met one desk which was broken in my office. A broken desk, and nothing else was in my office. So we are in March. April, May, June, before the budget is passed. Right? Because the budget was passed. So April, May, June, before the budget is passed. So I went to the administration and basically asked the administration, what do we do? And now we've been, appointed, confirmed.
And we have to work. We have to work.
What do we do? And so I'm told by the head of procurement that we have to wait for the budget to pass, and then we get this stuff. So every day I come to the office, I'm like, this is not suitable. So I went to at the time Minister of Language, Minister of Information at the time, and I explained to him. He said, "Oh, David, just be patient a little bit. The government is currently constrained. We're trying to get stuff. When the budget is passed, we'll do it." So I decided I will do it my own. So I went to JMAC. I priced the things that were there, and I took money from my pocket. And I bought everything. It's still in the office. Everything they're currently using in the office.
You bought them?
I bought everything in the office right now. Everything in the office right now. My colleague Nat Beji, who used to work with me at Front Page Africa, he encouraged me to join Front Page at the time. He's sitting on the very desk, on the very chair.
That you bought with your own money?
With my own money. The coffee table that is there was bought for my own money. The living room.
It was not reimbursed, because it's possible you could buy it with your own money, but
a kobo was not reimbursed. I did not stop there. I bought a car for the new Liberia that I was running. A car, a sedan, with my own money. I did not stop there. I bought desk and chairs for New Liberia. It's easily verifiable. You can go to New Liberia tomorrow morning and ask the staff that are there. I bought from my pocket and gave computers and everything. I give. In fact, the computer that the news editor was using Mr. Nathan Mobile, it was a computer that they gave me because of the inadequacy of stuff I gave to him. So when we came to public service, it was about sacrifice, AB.
That's exactly what
it was. Not about milking the national covers. And all the span of the 6 years, I bought 4 cars for myself. The government did not assign a car to me because there was no sufficient. And I could understand, AB, the president was basic. He was trying to address the basic needs of the people. We met a dysfunctional government that the president was trying to resuscitate. By 2018, 2019, do you know what the budget was? Do you know what the recurring expenditure on 2017 what we met was 23 million recurring expenditure to buy desks, to buy chair, to buy pen, and to buy sheet every month across the government. 23 million. Minister 12 cut that money down from 23 million to $80 million under 1 year.
Leaving you people to fish for yourself.
Yes. So the basic thing we were trying to focus on was continue to adapt the proper approach that was expressing our manifesto, the proper agenda for prosperity and development, to focus on the people. Look at Dole community, what we did in Dole community when we came to office. In no time, under 4 months, Dole community road was done, bridges were laid, and people were using the roads. What happened? Popo Beach, there was fire in 6 months. 50 housing units. The president promised 50 housing units. He built 100 housing units for the people. What happened? We broke ground for the 14 military hospital in the same 100 days. What happened, President? We are called the Minister of Finance and say, I see the children always making noise for registration process. How can we fix it? Let's digitize the registration process. 500,000 were allocated. A system was put into place. You can do a registration online from your telephone today. You can see your grade sheet online from your telephone today. He did not start there. He announced that all other public universities and colleges were free. He did not start there. He announced that 9th and 12th graders were getting tuition waiver. This is something that happened over 100 days of President Weah's administration. The nation was bracing for a development explosion. Everywhere, things were happening. You went to the community, some kind of road was being fixed. Go to the community, everywhere laid out. The concrete is being done. We were breaking grounds here, we were breaking grounds there. Even the road they're talking about today, the road, before we left office, we got a contract. We got a contract signed, sealed, and done. The Stoughton Creek, not the Stoughton Creek, the bridge to bridge stuff with the Japanese government.
Yeah, okay.
We signed that thing, it was done. What is they doing? It's just they say the implementing stuff and the thing is thing at it. You know, so we call on our people. It did not happen yesterday on our administration. It's happening today within your full view. You need to take action. You need to take action. You need to stand up for your country. Nobody will come and stand up for your country if you do not come and do it now. Yes, AB.
And I want to say thank you so much. So let's get to the lines, interact with a few of you. Call us right here. David Kohler is right here. And now you're listening. These are people that were in the engine room of the information ministry. They know exactly what they are saying. The records are there and he's speaking to it. So all in all, you did not take anything away as said.
No. In fact,
well, why were they news about you clearing your office?
Okay, I'm in China.
Uh-huh.
There are 8 hours different.
Okay.
So I called my staff. I said the people are about to do the transition.
Okay.
Go to the office and take my personal effects from the office. The understanding of my personal effects were all the things I bought.
Oh yeah, and of course those were personal effects because you bought them.
Yeah, so his understanding of my personal effects were all the things I bought.
Okay.
So in the morning, I'm up, getting ready to go to class. I see my phone is bustling. Messages are coming in. Calls are coming in. I'm like, what's happening? And people say, "Oh, you clear your office? I clear my office to do what?" I bought those things. Qualities. Abby, give me the tar on the floor. Abby.
Yeah? No, I remember one time Eugene Fagon called me in his office. He too was telling me his own experience. He said, Abby, I don't want all the things they buy room here. I don't want clean it. I don't want doing it today.
Give me the tar. The tar in my office, my staff office. The tar they were putting in the office, that I think the World Bank funded, it could not reach all part of the office. My staff office, I bought the tar for it to go in my staff office. Maybe that's how bad it was. So somebody said, how can I do that? Everyone has moved me in this country. I cannot go and disrespect myself. I mean, I can't do that, man. That's so civilized.
I know. Okay. Yeah. All right, David. And so that is it right here on this very time. So here we are. So tomorrow you have to go out there. The only reason you're going there because they lied. They promised that they were going to uphold the rule of law. They lied. They told you that it was going to better your welfare. They lied. They told you that your children's school fees were going to be paid. They lied. They told you that your conditions were going to change. They lied. So you are going to be out there, especially for the upholding of the rule of law. So it is that law you can use to nail them to doing what they ought to do. So they say right here, that's setting a betrayal. When people betray you, you don't sit back and allow them to roll. And so let's get on, and our Prince Sherry is on the line. And our Prince, what's up? How's everything with you? Hello?
Grateful. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity. Thank you so very kindly. And I want to say thanks to our brother in studio there, Mr. Kohler. Thank you so much for the information.
Thank you.
In fact, when this entire process started, like he rightly enumerated, these were things that were already arranged, and the only thing that was left was for this government to take the package and deliver it to the people. That was all. But our fear and our concern is that everything that was previously arranged has been reduced by 50%. Now, let's explain it in this common way to our Liberian people. It's almost like they're supposed to deliver to you, let's say, about 50 bags of rice. Now, what they are doing, even though they will deliver it, they have no option, they have to deliver, but they are reducing the quality and the quantity of what they are giving you. Like he rightly said, even engineers themselves are concerned about what is happening on the Bushra Island, how you call road there. The initial project and everything that was enshrined in that particular contract, this government is reducing it. So the roads are not durable because they are not getting the right quality to place, or the materials to place on that road. It is worrisome. The second issue is we are calling on our people, fellow Liberians. This is about time for you to come up. This is the right time. You cannot continue to allow this government to continue to suffocate you. Nobody will do for you what you can do for yourself. So tomorrow we are expecting all of you. We have informed our own selves and all of those we are connected to come out in their numbers. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity. Bye.
All right, thanks so much, my brother. Let me get on to this one. Hello, how you doing?
Hello.
Yeah, please go on. Let's listen.
You.
Yeah, let's hear from you quickly.
Yeah, my name is Darrington Carol. I did join you from the district for the Syrian community. Let me say, full of $50 in studio. And my community, district 14 and Syrian community will be highly represented.
Okay.
Yeah, we are calling on every.
So why there's no car to bring the people? What do you do?
We are believing in the rule of law.
Hello.
For the country, that's a fanatical party.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, thank you. I think you're not getting me. My question is there, and I'll ask others. Hello, how you doing?
Hello.
Yeah, hello, how you doing?
Yeah, Nigerian. Even also well, let me say greetings to you and greetings to President Kule. And let me explain about political data in way.
Okay.
I call you this even when the Congress sitting in Congress and as a matter of the Congress Democratic change. And we are preparing tomorrow, and we are preparing to come at the legislature with our men, which is installed within the Constitution of Liberia, Article 17. The only mandate, the only thing the police, Mr. Walker and Greco Kuma, the team top police that we have to do is to protect our constitutional right. Anything other than that, it will be a casualty. It is a mandate. We are not begging Mr. Walker to protect together for us. We are not begging Greco Kuma to provide us security. We are demanding him because Article 1 says power is held in the people. Article 17 says our safety and happiness. So we have our right to peacefully assemble it, our right to assemble. So we just that the legislators are violating our laws, wherein our hospitals remain empty, wherein the president is trying on a private jet yesterday in criticized it, wherein our people are going to bear hunger, electricity, they are becoming the order of the day, and then they are distributing money among lawmakers, and then they want to contact or intimidate us with police. No, the police are aware that the children will often
Robert.
The police are aware that we are in the community.
All right, Robert. So we can hold you at that, Robert. Thank you so much. Okay, Robert. Thank you. Let me get on to Madison. Madison, let's hear from you quickly.
AB, thank you so much for the show, and I want to thank the brother in studio. He said it all. AB, I have an analyst newspaper. I said that newspaper this very day was published. We have secured 4 funding for Ganta Apple Highway as African Development Bank approved funding. That's the hell I get on my phone. So the road are going to the southeast. We are spending whole money with African Development Bank. But these guys are flying around, running around with the portion that African Development Bank is responsible for. Because African Development Bank told the Liberian government, you do from Ganta to Secretariat. We will take from Secretariat to go to the southeast. So that's a portion Liberian government was responsible for, where I was speeding it up and to the people of Nima County stop it by electing Bwaka. So the one that honor African Development Bank is progressing well. And those jokers are passing with a road picture on Facebook that they are the one that building the road. And that particular road, the public works minister broke ground for that road in Tapeta. She went and broke ground in total in Grand Gilead. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, all in phases. So these guys are jokers. They are yet to point to anything, but they're running around with weird projects and they didn't get shame. and the thing will sit down and close our mouth while they are misleading our people, because not everybody get access to information in Liberia. It's so sad. All of the Waka made foreign trade in 1 year more than any Liberian president I ever know. Zero is brought by. Every trade we have made, Liberia got a dividend was received by the Liberian people. As you can see, the PSP part, as you can see in Bapolu. So it's too disgraceful for the Unity Party guy. I don't know how they feel. But we are urging all our people in Nigeria, we are urging all our people to take out tomorrow to protest against the government. Protest against the government. Because all of what they said they were going to do, they came to rescue you. They have rescued themselves. In a certain period of time, they have rescued themselves. And they cannot stop stealing the money in the country. So you go tomorrow and make your voices heard. And look, maybe I'll call my Senator Cory Booker 2 days ago and told you what is going on in Liberia. And we are urging all our friends in America to call on your congressman and your senator, draw their attention to what government in Liberia. I've already done, man. Thank you.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution. We appreciate that. Let me get on to the next one here. How are you doing? Yeah, how are you doing? Let's hear from you, please.
Tomorrow, every name of God will be there. Joseph was breaking all of the laws of the Republic of Liberia. Our internal position was moved them. But every I can show brother, I can show Brother Kobo. Tomorrow I'm coming with my men. What duty for the call? Most of you are be prepared for me tomorrow. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for your contribution. Let me get to the female line quickly. How are you doing?
Oh, ABI is my son.
I'm doing fine, man. Yeah, let's hear from you.
I'm calling for class to let.
All right.
Maybe we'll be live yet tomorrow. We protect our law. We don't protect our law.
Yeah.
We're going to lower the neck, break it, but we'll leave it at it. It's not said now. Pray for the now, I don't do it.
You're right.
It's not for the wicked people, when they are wicked, for the same wicked government. So if we not say enough for our country, and we don't say that now, after the result, we'll cry for nothing will say that. Nothing will happen.
Right.
So I'm calling on Nigeria, for me. Say all your people more than for the people that come here for you, so that's in your heart. But if you are stopping in the fish, I was saying in school, the Lord I beg go for. We're going to go tomorrow. Let's tell them message. We are like we need better. We need better. So I forgot to say, it's getting every 1 year old. We don't make 5 years tomorrow. So we're telling don't tell your present tomorrow. Let him make sure he got us tomorrow. For anything that you find way for us tomorrow. We're not tomorrow. We tell you to got us tomorrow in the process. One day our Lord, therefore, we get a job to do. And we all want to place. So we're going to go to God tomorrow. When we are free tomorrow, we'll definitely tomorrow morning. Thank you for having my time.
Thanks, ma'am, for your contribution. We appreciate all of you. Let me get on. I know this, but I don't know. But let me try to get on here as well. El, how are you doing?
Yes, Abraham Gordon Williams. Good evening, my dear brother.
I'm doing fine. Let's hear from you. Good evening.
Well, I want to bless God and let me say hats off to Comrade Kule. Well, this the former president of Sindo, and I just want to call in to appreciate our guys who kind of brave the storm in showing that the laws of this country, they are protected. And what Mr. Kule just outlined not too long, same thing I went through when I took over the presidency of Sindo. Practically everything in my office, besides the office decks, the living room chairs, the dining rooms, which we call coffee table, and even the office chair, all of these were purchased by my very self, and the curtains, and they are there. And just for evidence sake, if anyone want to prove me wrong, go and check on them. You will not see the mark that is on the desk called GSA. You will not see on any of the items that I just named. You know, so these were sacrifices that we made in the past because we understood that our country was challenged heavily. And when the government, the finance minister proposed that to us, we accepted and we worked. Now, these people that came to rescue with all of the experiences they claim to have had, see how far they're taking this country. Liberians, even the rescuers right now, they are complaining Like today, one serious rescue member and myself was talking to my man, I in the net, I can feel pain. So we are crying in there because right now our myself full. So we just want to abolish our guys tomorrow and we want to abolish the police and the government to ensure that they can be tolerant with the citizens to want to exercise their constitutional rights.
All right. Thank you for your contribution. Hello, how are you doing? Let's hear from you quickly. Yeah, hello, how you doing, man? Yeah, let's hear from you. Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, thank you. Me, I'm the church police. When the police having a meeting, the minute I don't want to expose it.
I know.
What I want to tell the police and the president and his cabinet is what will happen tomorrow will determine where Liberia is going on sanction. I'm saying it again. What will happen tomorrow? The peaceful protest, what the action from the police, will command from the police commander will determine whether we should be on sanction is standing. Because let's went to the Congress. And the Congress has instructed the embassy to send people, unknown people will not be working along with the protesters.
Okay.
People from the embassy will be letter from here went to the Congress, went to Donald Trump office, and went to Biden office. So they have instructed the embassy to send people to walk along to see what will happen. So the action from our police, our president, will determine whether Liberia is going on sanction or not. So we are begging. Some of us we are begging. We have already Liberia we're begging to develop. So they should not need these people to put sanction already. The amount of people they have on sanction now, the rest of the names will come out. And the first group came out, the second group coming. So we're begging them, they should let them speak out. Speak out. What's happening to us? What's happening to them? They are feeling they should allow them to speak out. They should allow them to enter and speak out. They're not going to fight. We beg them, we don't want one sanction. So the one I'm exposing.
Okay.
The
Thanks,
one I'm exposing. They're not trying like black people, so he's happy when they play.
I know.
What kind of control?
I know, right?
Yeah, you ready?
Thank you.
Ready? Any brutality, all of them, none of them will fly and come here. That will respond to get all people that carry letter to your office.
Right.
So, amen.
All right. Okay. Thank you, my man. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. So that is it right here on this dial. Let me get on to this one. Hello.
Hey, April Dawson, we thank you. And Dean Popular in studio, thank you. This is Pastor Success to be done in a call from Des Moines, Iowa.
All right.
I've been trying to get a Janje. I've not been able, and I'm happy that Popular is in studio. We need to talk because our concern from the angle of us in the diaspora is the sustainability of this protest. We remember years back, 6 years in power. Costa them were on their radio station, on their doing what you call GoFundMe. We are fully prepared to use every other platform to ensure that we do whatever we can to respond to ensure that protest is sustained. What is happening in our country? It should be void of politics. In 6 months, there were 2-3 different protests already on President Weah regime. The 60 billion, the 25 million, and so on. June 6 scheme. In the midst of that, they were well respected, they were protected, they were fair, they were given water, and we want that thing to be done tomorrow. If the government refuses to do so, don't get to us. We will mobilize, we will talk to friends, we will talk to people to make sure we provide funding. We not promising you bread and butter, but we'll do our best from the end to ensure that our protest is sustained. But what is happening has to stop.
Thank you.
Pastor Success.
It has to stop.
I know. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. And we'll say thanks to all those who are very much set to move on. Let me just speak a few more because Kola and the rest of the other people have to go set up. But tomorrow is not an easy day. A lot of consultations are going on. Many consultations. So let's get on. Just 2 more calls and then we wrap it up. Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, how you doing, Abby?
Fine, boss. Go on. Let's listen to you, please.
Yeah, I'm very impressed about the studio guest tonight.
Okay.
He's impressive. He's and able to tell Labranti what's going on. But I can assure you, Brother Abby, with God above us, don't take it for joke. Our police, let me tell you, they are very brutal. They are unprofessional. They are unethical. They don't care about the life of the Liberian people. It is important for us to tell the nation that we need to have a second thought as we enter the grounds of the capital.
Okay.
Because under the Article 17 and 1, you can deprive us from entering that capital grounds.
Okay.
So we have to be very mindful because they are very arrogant.
Okay.
Because of their records on brutality.
We know that. Thank you so much.
We have to do our best.
Okay, we have to settle it. Thanks for your caution. And our Representative Francis Afoko did have a press conference today. And so let me just get a few words from him as we are moving on. Francis Afoko, how are you doing, Honorable Representative?
Cousin William, I'm good. I'm very happy that Liberians have gotten out of their comfortable zone to come and stand up for themselves in Liberia.
I know.
As I have visited all of the trenches tonight, just from the West Point, went to Nuku Town. From visiting the terrain in my district, the people are now waiting me at my residence to accompany me tomorrow at the Capitol building. So I love the momentum. The Liberians themselves are tired with this self-imposed slavery that been placed upon the Liberian people by Mr. Joseph Boakai. But I can assure, we've been receiving some threats from Gregory Como. Gregory Como just directly threatened me, and he said that I will not go to Capitol building tomorrow. But I want to openly tell Gregory Como that I am his boss. He must respect me. Any attempt to unnecessarily interfere with my movement tomorrow, Gregory Como will have to resign, or the president will have to dismiss Gregory Como. But tomorrow, I can assure you, not less than 10,000 people will accompany me at Capitol building tomorrow. I'm going to do the people's job.
Wow. But going to do the people's job, this kind of gathering and where we are going down, the issue about the rule of law and all of that, no, you like to operate in the confines of the very law you want to uphold, protect, defend as well.
As a lawmaker, I have the right to go to work. As a lawmaker, as the people's deputy, my people can accompany me to work. The law protects me from having a peaceful assembly. The law protects me from going to work. I'm not in any way interfering or obstructing anybody's work. I will definitely be going to work. And I have always spoken of respect for the rule of law. So, it is expected that everybody will be peaceful. But we are just saying that we do not want any unnecessary interference. Anything other than that, we'll make sure that we use the right measure, the law, and the law will take it course. Trust me, Gosson, we are peaceful. We are nice people. We are good people. We have been very tolerant. We have been administratively and politically tolerant. And obviously, that will not be the reason for Liberia to go down. We are standing up for Liberia to be a better place, as these guys have come to loot this country, to set this country back, to divide this country. We are saying no to bad governance, and we are saying yes, that Liberia should be a better place. Speaker Kofa is the speaker, and nothing will change that until the guys get 49 to remove him. If they cannot get 49, they will have to return to status quo ante and make sure and sit under the gavel of Speaker Kofa. Right after this protest, after this gathering, we will officially be launching a protest for the State of Nation address, where Speaker Kofa will have to sit to preside as the speaker for the 55th National Legislature, or else there will be no State of Nation address.
Wow. But in the sequence of your protest, I think it's going to be one after another.
It is a non-stop protest.
Yeah?
Non-stop protest.
Non-stop protest. I think So with all you've said, and remember now, this is the country that we all strive for. You being a lawmaker yourself, what have you people got to say about the police brutality that even entered the grounds of the Capitol, beating on lawmakers? Nothing is happening. This is quite scaring. Gregory Como has gone rogue, very much criminal conduct. He's quite terrible. He's the kind of guy, I don't know what sort of training he may have had. And this is the kind of person that you are going against. You think is that easy going against somebody who practically will appear insane?
I can assure you, Cousin William. I can assure you that Gregory Como, I know Gregory to be an intelligent guy. I don't know what got over him of recent. I don't know how he managed to be used. I mean, Gregory is a professional man who went to school and went through the ranks and file. So, I mean, with all of the missteps he have had over the time, I show that he has corrected himself, and I show that the police will behave tomorrow. And I know that they will not cross their line. The police, what is expected, nothing else tomorrow but for the police to provide water, for the people that will be moving, for the police to provide food, and for the police to provide security.
And that was a stand up there by your government. There is a different government now. You can measure, you can use your government standard that you set for protesters to measure that with the unity parties.
Yes, so if they can provide food, they can provide water, they can provide security, let them go back to Central and go sit there. Nothing happening. Nobody is doing anything. Our mothers, the pastors, the imams, everybody will be taking their children to work tomorrow. So, I mean, if they can help in the process to provide water and food and security, let them go back to Central. There is no need. We don't want them to be using these guys. They feel to, yes, Bwaka has just chartered a private jet to leave this country and go and come back. But yet the police salary is not increased. There are nurses, to the medical doctor, those kind of professional people, those educated people. They are crying because the government does not respect them. They don't respect labor. You know, there are a lot of things. The entire country labor system is upside down. The disrespect, I mean, the confusion, the division. I mean, the whole government, there is no plan, no organization. One Jeremiah Kuhn, man, just want to be president for the country. You want to kill everybody before you become president. You know, you just give one man power and just running all around the people, running behind everybody. But we are saying to Jeremiah Kuhn or Joseph Bwaka, we know Greg will come on tomorrow. We know that you'll be very professional. But any attempt to not be professional, just carry it to Central and just wait there so that we can go to work and come back home. But we advise you to not unnecessarily interfere with our movement tomorrow.
So we're hearing that the police threatening buses, drivers not to convey people, and how will your people get there? You are walking, your distance may be short, but other protesters as well. What's your word to them? Why, if that were to be the case, what's the next option you?
The police does not have authority. The buses that Bwaka brought from Ghana to Liberia, they send it back. Only that buses they got control over. People running their individual businesses. Who is the police to come and tell somebody who to get in bus or not? So I mean, the only buses they could stop that those buses they took from Ghana that the guys stole and they brought to Liberia. The Ghanaian government sent for those buses to go back. But I mean, also that I mean, everybody will move tomorrow. The coordination is good. As I tell you now, I'm about to leave my house now. We are going all the way to Bentor for the people that are supposed to leave from there. Even the people that are coming from Tori, we already make the arrangement for them. They will be in time by 3-4 a.m. in the morning. So it's an autopore operation. And you know what they call autopore? You know what operation? The operation here is an autopore. People coming from all walks of life, coming from different places. As I speak to you now, the car from Basel is coming and the people will be sleeping to my house tonight. I mean, they are all concerned Liberians. So, I mean, they should not stress themselves. Nothing will happen. It will be very peaceful. And we are asking the international community to pull our drum up tomorrow to see how peaceful our people will be. This is why we're wearing our white shirts. We're putting our handkerchiefs in the air. We're going to be praising God for redeeming Liberia tomorrow because Liberia is going to be redeemed tomorrow.
Wow. All right, friends of Fogo, let me leave you with your team and organization. We will be there to just do the coverage, and we look forward to seeing a peaceful day as envisaged by you. Always noted for wearing white, so it's no.
Oh yes, that's good, man. Thank you.
All right, friends of Fogo. Yeah, David.
Before. I just want to thank Honorable Fogo for the very insightful and very illuminating comments he made. He just, he's just giving me another line.
Okay.
President Bwaka traveled to the ECOWAS summit. Using a charter flight. That cost about $250,000 United States dollars. That's excluding the learning fee. That's excluding the insurance. And all that. The learning fee could be around 23,000, and the insurance could be around the same 23,000. We're talking about almost 300,000. That's aside from the 31 people he took their DSA, the DSA for the 31 people. The charter flight that cost 250,000, and then that's excluding the learning fee. That's excluding the insurance for the flight to land. And so when you add all of that, it's more than 300-something thousand.
I see what nurses are laying down their tools.
You add the DSA for the 31 people he took with him.
Wow.
You add the DSA for the 31 people.
No wonder the nurses are laying down their tools now and saying no more.
It tells you the kind of waste that this government is. I mean, permeating all over. I mean, the waste, the fraud, the abuse, the corruption. It's so much. I mean, except like we're stand up. I'm telling you, by March next year, this country is going to be boiling. I'm telling you, all USAID projects are shut down. All USAID projects. USAID has been like an engine that has been fueling the government. Why are they shutting down? Because Mr. Waka is not doing business with the US anymore. So all of the donor support to USAID are shutting down. So what we're going to have here is going to be our tight domestic revenue envelope that we are barely surviving on. When you look at the final budget that I see they were discussing, $851 million, almost $1 billion.
Yeah.
Where are they going to get the money from?
Already the LRA crying.
I mean, like, these guys are not serious, Abby. They're joking.
Ah, gosh.
They're joking.
Tomorrow is the beginning.
Tomorrow is the beginning of the beginning.
Of the beginning.
Yes.
Of a new day.
Of a new day.
Should now stand up for themselves and stop the talking and start doing something. Okay, start. All right, so final words.
I'd just like to thank you, Abby, for a very splendid show. Thank you for all you do for your country. I also like to thank our audience. Thank you for listening. And I'd like to encourage you, come tomorrow, come in your white, be peaceful. Do not come with bags. We don't want them accusing you of having stuff in your bag and how you are trying to obstruct police activities and stuff like that. Come peaceful. Encourage somebody to come to the capital. You are doing this for your country. If you don't do this for Liberia, no one else will do it for your country. Thank you.
Thank you. He's David Caller, quite excellent. We are hard brain. The guys are good. Now you see the weak using people. Now you're David Caller here. They may want any be my information ministry. So you see the kind of man talking like this. All right, folks, it's on tomorrow. Like friends are focusing. Every other person will say the police will have to give way to the people to do what they can as per the Constitution. So that is why it is. We want to say thanks to all of you for the time. Until we are back here, live coverage going to continue on tomorrow morning beginning at 6. You can be guaranteed that we're going to be there to follow everything we can. Thanks so much for being there. Do our for personal.
But instead they delay, people suffer. Go work for people crying for hunger. My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up when you slumber, stop slipping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know y'all.